Okay, moving on to the euro pound now. This market's been kind of undecided now for the last few weeks. We had the the whole kind of Greece scenario weighing up on it for a while, and then we had the election. We had this big random day up and then down, and then we've come back up. And then we've also had last week, this week just been, we had the Swiss National Bank doing some intervening on the euro Swiss franc and a lot of the pound Swiss franc and all those pairs, so it kind of affects this pair as well. So it's been fairly kind of undecided, I would say, at the moment. And as you can see on the weekly chart as well, we've been kind of up and down, just kind of really messy. It still is failing. I mean, we've removed the TDST support to the close on the weekly. We've tested this trend line now a few times and failed. Back to that 87.50 level and failed just this past week. And you can see on the daily we've failed the trend line again. So it's still kind of really undecided, this market, to be honest. I mean, I marked out we've got support levels here. 84.98, was looking for that maybe to be removed to possibly look to get involved. Then we got a thrust bar 85.62. Then we've got the sort of final bearish thrust here removed to the close at 86.16 and not retested yet. But again, it's not really something I don't really think it's anything I'd look to take, having removed the TDST support to the close on the daily and on the weekly. So sorry, it's the dog looking to make an appearance again. So as I was saying, yeah, it's not something I'd really look to take, having removed that to the weekly close TDST support and on the daily. So I mean, it's not really a market I'd be looking to buy, certainly at the moment. And I mean, we remain sort of underneath that trend line, and we're still sort of bearish overall on this daily chart. So it's a bit of a tough one to call, so I'd rather just kind of stand aside on this pair at the moment. So and going in looking at that monthly close again, I mean, I would actually expect this to come down this week, basically to close the month lower. But I mean, if we see it coming up and closing back above the 87.04, then it just kind of leaves it even more mixed than it's been. So there's just nothing really clearly happening in this market at the moment. So tough one to call, which is why I'm making no call and I'm just going to stand aside. While we're on the euro pound, I obviously started up a thread to do with the breakouts and posted the last three. So hopefully that kind of helps everybody out. But while the market remains sort of kind of going nowhere, you might find that you might lose a few of these third units, which are meant to be the runners and meant to hold. But I mean, you should still be in one from Wednesday, and also a long from Thursday, and then you'd be break even on the short from Friday. So you should still be holding sort of two long positions from Wednesday and Thursday. But having said that, like I say, the market's quite undecided. But at the same time, if you do have longs from in here and we do push on from here and the whole view changes, then there you go. That's how the system works. You'll build up quite a nice profit. So yeah, but basically the view at the moment is basically not really. It's just a tough one to call. So I wouldn't really like to say what to do with the runners if anyone's sort of trading at the moment. But we do have targets, like higher targets, 88.30, 89.48, which could be used as exit points if there's a few positions that get built up. So yeah, so basically looking into this week anyway to do with the mark stuff, there's nothing doing on this pair at the moment. Directionally anyway, it's a tough one to call. Okay, cheers.